Hey people, Cariocekus here, and in today's video I'll be going over Sage in Valorant. She's basically a healer, a support agent, and she can also really good at holding down certain positions with her wall and her slow orb. I also do stream over on Twitch if you guys want to drop by and check that out. I play a variety of stuff, not only Valorant. But yeah guys, I'll leave that in the video description down below if you want to check it out. But yeah, let's jump into Sage and see what she can do. So we're here on Split with Sage, and we're gonna be going over her abilities just like every other character, starting off with Barrier Orb. So you equip a Barrier Orb, and you fire to place a solid wall, or you can use the alternate fire to rotate the targeted wall. So how does this ability work, and how does it look? Well, it's a 4-block wall, which you can use to block off passages, say 4 blocks. The blocks take damage over time, or enemies or you can actually destroy said blocks by shooting them, stabbing them, etc. As you can see, they're starting to take some damage. If you keep shooting, it will eventually break, but the enemies, to get through your blocks, they need to do a lot of damage, a lot of noise as well. And well, Sage is one of those characters that you probably have seen in most games. Really early, like blocking off a certain path, sometimes forcing enemies to rotate or make a lot of noise to come through. Sometimes you can actually hear how many are shooting the wall, and you can roughly know how many are coming for you. You can also use the blocks to boost yourself. Say if you press C, it goes from horizontal to vertical in a way. Quick swap, or if you use the left mouse button, you can be a little more precise on how you want to put the wall down. You can also, as I was saying, you can also use it to boost yourself. Blocks don't get destroyed when they are in the environment, so I boosted myself up, but this block right here is still behind the wall, which I can use as cover, for example. But besides the boosting, for example, let me see if I can get on top of that one. Yeah. So if you're on a, say, this planter right here, you want to get yourself higher, you can use it to boost yourself up into a higher position. But you need to remember that the blocks, as you can see, need to be touching something on the ground. You can't be having floating blocks, so only the blocks that have something underneath them will spawn. You can use it to boost yourself, block enemies. Sage is just overall very good hero. Agent, I mean, which you will be seeing and you've probably seen in most matches. But yeah, let's move on to her next ability, which is called the Slow Orb. So you equip a Slowing Orb and you fire to throw a Slowing Orb forward that detonates upon landing, creating a lingering field that slows players caught inside it. So you equip the orb and you throw it out. And as you can see, it's quite a big area. Doesn't last for that long, as you can see. But the thing with this is, while it slows, if you guys can see the crackling sound, enemies who try to run on it will have their position revealed. But in a more recent patch, Riot also actually changed it. You can actually walk over it without making any noise. And you can no longer bunny hop through it as you could initially. Because you were able to bunny hop through it, but Riot removed the capability of bunny hopping through it by adding an air slowdown as well. Yeah, it's a good ability to, in a way, block a certain path, but since enemies can now actually cross it walking without making any sound, you also need to keep that in mind, because they can actually try and get through it walking. They will be slowed, but they won't be making any sounds, so you just can't throw it out and completely ignore that area. Her next ability is the Healing Orb. So you equip a Healing Orb and you fire with your crosshair over a damaged ally to activate a heal over time on them, or you can use the alternative fire while Sage is damaged to activate self-heal on yourself. But yeah, let's see how much healing this does, and as well as how long the cooldown on it is, because it's her E ability, which means it refreshes over time. You can see we're at 12 health and we use the Healing Orb and it starts healing us. It does 5 healing per tick, and you guys could see the little effect on the screen while it was active. When you're healing your teammates, you can actually see who you're targeting by the little thing that shows up on top of their character. It does the same amount of healing on them as it does on you. The range is also quite a bit big, as you guys can see from this example right here. Her last ability is her ult, which is called Resurrection, which is a really powerful ult. You can actually sometimes turn the match. So you equip a Resurrection ability and you fire with your crosshairs placed over a dead ally to begin resurrecting them. After a brief channel, the ally will be brought back to life with full health. So let's equip the ability. Now let's go over and see how it looks when you're actually trying to res a friendly and that little channel time in which they're completely open. So when you're using the ability, the corpse that you're currently targeting gets a little highlight above it. When you actually use it, the channeling starts, and during this time your friendly target is completely open to enemy gunfire. He can actually die again, so you need to be careful when you're rezzing. After the little channel is over, your target gets back to life and he can continue playing. So yeah guys, that's Sage, another one of Valorant's agents, and one that you will probably be seeing a lot of, be it in competitive or in casual play, because of her abilities. She's really good at holding down a position because of the wall and the slows, and even the healing and the res. Overall, she's a really good character. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, do drop me a like, maybe even subscribe. You can drop some feedback down in the comments down below. I also do stream over on Twitch if you guys want to check that out. I play a variety of stuff. But yeah guys, thanks for watching, and as always, stay awesome.